What is your favorite campsite? As much as we enjoyed Escalante, it was time for us to move on. We thought we had our next destination, but our plans always change. Join us, Pia and Sean, as we travel in our storyteller overland with our four chihuahuas to discover amazing places. Please stay tuned.
Just leaving our first dispersed campsite, and we are heading back to the pavement. What's up, everybody, and happy Sunday. We have Pia at the helm as we are coming out of Spencer Flat dispersed camping area. We scored a large wide spot that we were sharing with one other gentleman and his two dogs that was very well received. He didn't have any issues with us being around, and we really enjoyed camping on the bluff last night. So we were really happy that we're able to find a spot. It was pretty packed, and we definitely had only a few other options that we could have taken advantage of. So we had a really nice, relaxing morning. It's about 1:30 right now. Had brunch, and our family had to leave to make the trek back to Southern California, and we are going to make our way to a couple other spots around Escalante. So if you do search Onyx Off-Road or The Dirt, there's quite a few different trails and options around Escalante. Not all of them are Class B van friendly, but we do have quite a few options that we can take advantage of. And there's quite a few people out here doing the same. This is an adventurer's paradise. So right now we are going to head back to Highway 12. We're going to hang a left and go check out the Hole in the Rock dispersed area, which evidently does have a lot of other cool options. And I'm going to show you this really cool rock formation here that we're driving by. This is just one example of the amazing landscape that's out here when you get on the dirt, and all of the areas and canyons around the Grand Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument, which is where we're at, are just loaded with different views, red canyons, red sand, and just beautiful areas. So we did have a storm also kind of come through. You can see a little bit of it over here, but didn't hit us. We just got a little drizzle, and we are gonna be heading a little bit in that direction, so we'll see if we hit into the rain. And then after that, if we don't find anything worth sticking around for overnight, we have a little bit of a flex night tonight where we could head up towards our next destination, which is Capitol Reef National Park. And Pio, you hitting those hills pretty hard. You taking a little bit of a fast acceleration. She's going after it. But we're gonna check out a couple other spots that we'll show you, and then potentially head up towards Boulder, Utah, up Highway 12, which is going a little bit north, and we're about 90 minutes south of Capitol Reef National Park, which we'll be camping in tomorrow. So lots to explore, and we will continue to show you around the way. All right, we're checking out the beginning part of Hole in the Rock. This is, as you see, a 57-mile rough dirt road that ends at Hole in the Rock, a cliff high above Lake Powell. High clearance vehicles are recommended for the first 50 miles, and then high clearance four-wheel drive is required for the last 7. So it gets a little hairy at the end. Allow 8 to 10 hours travel time. And then Devil's Garden is over up here to the left. Has a bunch of rock formations. So we're going to head a little ways in. I know there's a bunch of slot canyons and other stuff here, but really cool spot to be able to visit. And again, here's a little history of the area. 1879, Mormon pioneers. The country here is almost entirely sand rock, high hills, and mountain cut all deep by pieces and gulches. That's cool. And there's Escalante Canyon. And then there's the staircase. Love this stuff. Hey everybody, so we have made in true VanDoghies fashion another bit. We are heading up Highway 12 after we checked out Hole in the Rock campground area, dispersed camping. Really cool spot, but not really going to work for us to kind of take hours to go down that road and try to hopefully find a good spot. It was also pretty popular, so we decided to move on. We're actually going to move out of Escalante area and find another dispersed camping spot up along Highway 15. We'll show you what that looks like if we make it. Be about 3-hour drive and change, but we are stopping here before we leave Escalante because there's a really beautiful scenic overlook, and we'll kind of toss up the drone really quick so you can see what it looks like from here. It's the actual canyon from Escalante River that we just drove through, and just so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you what it looks like really quick. That is a crazy looking canyon, but that's just one of them, and the Escalante River is cutting right through that whole spot. Wow. All that sandstone and other pieces that are going through here. It's just mind-boggling how beautiful that is. So I'm going to see if I can send the drone a little bit down the canyon view here for y'all. This is Long Meadow over the 12, and look at this view. We might be looking at Capitol Reef. It might also be Canyonlands in the distance there, but wow. Insane. We're gonna get back on the road.
Sean did not want to go drive that way because he says the road's so rutted. So we're making a turnaround.
We're not getting high center down in Utah. That's for sure.
I told him I'm not comfortable parking
out here in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere where there's no cover, since everything is like flat around the area where there's a fire pit, and I feel like we're super exposed. That doesn't make me feel safe. So we tried to go back the other direction, but then because I wanted to park right by where the trees were, but then he said that the roads were too rutted and very deep. So that's why we turned around. So he thinks that this spot right here is a good area where there's that pile of stone. But I'm not sure that this is a great idea. But yeah, we're close to the freeway. There's no one here.
Why don't we walk it?
Walk what?
Down there. If that's something.
We want to drive there?
No, because it's only one lane, so I don't want to have to back out. I can face. This is definitely a camp spot. You know that. There's a fire pit. So we can essentially turn this way so we have an exit. Easy. And then we can walk back that area. Why don't you handle the pups? I'll go walk it.
Okay, Sean's gonna go investigate the area.